This morning, Quincy's new recycling program begins March 1st. That's 1 week from today.
City officials say they're assembling some of the equipment that will be used at those new drop-off sites. That is already happening. The Public Works Director Jeffrey Conte says this morning they expect to receive the platforms that will allow people to access those large recycling bins. Later today, they'll start sorting the platforms for the 3 different sites.
He says at the 12th and Locust site near Pepsi and the Illinois Veterans Home, they've started to replace the pavement and expect workers to finish that by Monday so they can set up the rest of the equipment by Tuesday.
And getting everything ready to start erecting them probably starting Thursday. I don't want to put the platforms and the containers out there too early because it'll probably attract people to start using them before we're ready to service them. We won't be ready to service them until the 1st of March.
Now, as for the 3rd location, Conte says they will have a lease for council to approve on Monday. They'll have that site ready to go by Tuesday.
He says the $5 charge that utility customers pay will go away starting in March. He says the last recycling bill would have been on the February statement.